the Profibus System Design course is targeted at those people involved in making fundamental decisions at the early stages of a project life cycle. So these are going to be people like managers, designers, system integrators and so on. Profibus is an established field bus, and there are now tens of thousands of installations worldwide. However, many of these have suffered from inherent issues and mistakes that can really be traced back to decisions made during the design stage, and in some cases these mistakes continue to have an adverse impact on the system. The decisions I'm talking about really cover a wide spectrum of issues, from a lack of awareness of the need to provide adequate maintenance and fault-finding facilities, the use of inappropriate technology, and over-complex or inappropriate system architecture. So put simply, the Profibus System Design course provides a top-down approach to the design of Profibus networks and allows these decision makers to make the correct decisions at the right time of the project life cycle, and in doing so avoid the common and often costly mistakes. In terms of who the system design course is targeted to, well, we've taken the view that when a design organisation receives a request to tender, they'll probably do that on the basis of having received a document like a user requirement specification or things like that. The likelihood is that the specification in any form is unlikely to be in a descriptive way that allows for literal translation to the design. And so the person responsible for doing that is going to be assumed that they have a clear understanding of the issues associated with design and the rules that need to be applied. So the reality is that Profibus networks can be put together in many different ways and appear to work adequately. And it's only after the system has been installed and we may go to site to commission that we could find issues that when we get to them we think maybe we could have designed this in a different way and a better way, and by that time it's too late. And the kind of issues that I'm talking about here is that things like maybe we want to connect to do some diagnostics and we can't get onto the network. They haven't put a sufficient number of piggyback sockets there and in the correct place. Maybe they've broken the network down into several segments, which is fine, but then we come along and we find that in order to adequately test the network, we have to do a test on every segment, which then becomes time-consuming. And maybe if we designed it in a different way, we could have done it with fewer segments. Maybe we identify issues that are going to be costly to resolve, that if we'd have designed it in a different way, it wouldn't have been an issue in the first place. There could even be a situation where we want to expand the network in years to come, and we find that to do so, we have to purchase items of equipment that, thinking about it, may not have been necessary if we'd have designed the network in a different way. So I'm talking of things like, for example, active terminators, which are clearly important items of equipment, but they are only used in certain situations, and the design plays a part of this. So we can basically reduce costs. One final thing to note about the Certified Design course is that we've decided that it is a prerequisite for people wishing to take the course to have already passed the Certified Installer course. Assuming that they have, then the duration of the Certified Design course is going to be 2.5 days, which includes a theory test at the end that's going to be designed to ensure that the students have got a good understanding of the knowledge that we passed on to them. If the student doesn't have installer status but wants to do the Certified System Designer course, well, they can do simply by attending the installer course the day before the design course.